Up people, so we're back with another video. Hope you all been staying safe and staying free and having a good week enjoying that content. Now this one that I'm bringing to you all today is all about taking your court case to trial, so let's get into it. So when I was looking at 5 years, I was going to take my court case to trial, but halfway through my case I changed my plea from not guilty to guilty, and I was advised to do so by my lawyer. Now, when I was speaking to my lawyer in the lawyer's office and he was explaining to me if I was to take my case to trial and be found guilty by the jurors, the judge would give me the full extent and give me the 5 years. And I added the 5 years into the current year that we was in, and I wouldn't have been getting home until 2025. So it made sense, to go down as guilty, and I knew my lawyer was good. So by me saying, yes, Your Honor, I done that crime, it got me a third off the 5 years, and I was sentenced to 16 months in prison. Now, with me going guilty, there was overwhelming evidence, which a lot of people would say bang to rights at the police station for me. So for me to go, it wasn't me, right up into court would have been stupid, as the evidence spoke for itself to go, he did do it. So for those that, you know, catch a case with your friends, i.e., co-defendants, you might want to watch when you go down as guilty, as if your co-defendants, your friends, has not gone down as guilty. You might not have gave a statement or said, yeah, it was them, but when you go to court, the jurors and judge can see, well, you're saying that you're guilty of that crime, and the other people that are on that case that are saying it wasn't them are obviously being implemented and saying obviously they done it too. So that's why you'll find a lot of young ones and grown-ass people that don't want to, plead guilty, as they've got other people on the same case as them. So that's your, answer to that, to understanding. Now, when you take your case, to trial, you can get missed trials like YNW, the rapper Millie over in America. He's had a mistrial, which all that means is that he wasn't found guilty and he wasn't found not guilty, and the judge will just basically get new jurors in, and they will come in to then decide if he is guilty or not. Well, it would have been in the UK if it was a mistrial in England. I don't know if in America if he has to go through a second trial, but that's what I would assume. So now, if you take your case to trial and there's overwhelming evidence against you, just know the judge is going to give you the full book, as they will look back to go, okay, well, from the police station, he was banged to rights and there was overwhelming evidence, and it's a sign of disrespect and many other things behind it without going into it, of a waste of time and money, as to why then they would give you the full sentence. So by you going guilty, it does give you, that little bit of a leniency on your sentence, but it just depends on your situation. So when your legal team does advise you on what to do, even if they say yes, go guilty or not guilty, it comes down to you. You don't have to plead guilty if you don't want to, or go not guilty. It's entirely up to you. So really, you should be taking that legal advice, from your lawyer, and then doing what you want to do. Now, like I said, with the rapper YNW Melly, taking your case to trial is a 50-50, and you are kind of playing with your freedom of catching more time, and you will find out in time to come if he is found guilty. The judge will give him a heftier sentence. So if you do have any stories of your own of taking your case to trial, drop a comment. Do stay safe and stay free.